I'm Jean Pickett, and we are around town with the best businesses at the beach. Today, we have Kindred Lubeck with Jewels by Lubeck. Hey, Kindred, I can't even say your name. I'm sorry.
You're not alone. I can't even say my name.
Yeah.
Kindred.
Kindred.
I think that's right.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful name.
Thank you.
So your Jewels by Lubeck is definitely not what I expected. I mean, I expected, a jewelry store can be very intimidating, right? When you walk in, first of all, you're buzzed in, and then you're met with people that are basically sizing you up and down and going, I can tell by her shoes that she cannot afford anything in here.
Yeah.
But your store, I mean, I was judged immediately, but it was by two dogs, and they were saying, does she have treats or not? Right? Yeah. No, it is a totally different vibe, and I loved it. And it's a very small store, and the reason it's small is because you specialize in custom-made jewelry.
Yeah, that's right.
So tell me about how Jay, your father, got started.
Oh, I love this. I love this story.
Yeah.
Okay. I called him on the way here. I was like, I just want to get this straight because I just assumed that he was born and just was a jeweler. Like,
Right?
that's what I thought.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So actually the story is he went to the Sawdust Festival, which is still occurs. It's in Laguna Beach, California. And he was originally working with leather. This stall, I guess, right beside him was working with brass, and they needed some extra help.
And this was when he was 16?
Very young.
Yeah.
16 to 18.
Okay.
I mean, probably 16, 17, actually. Sawdust is actually a 6-week-long festival.
Oh, wow.
So he really picked up some of the craft, especially having sort of gotten, he was, I guess he was working with brass, and then he sort of segued into silver, but he was learning to make brass rings. The stall next to him, they sort of just taught him the craft, and then he met a silversmith, and it all just sort of, everything fell into place, and
it just transformed from there.
It was just this, all the elements combined at the right time to make him a silversmith.
His choice of medium is gold.
Well, now
he prefers gold.
Yeah, absolutely. Now it is.
Yeah.
And what the interesting thing about my dad is that he's self-taught, which I didn't know.
He's an artist. He is
the true definition.
Yeah, he is definitely an artist and a true a craftsman and a master of his trade. And it's so obvious. And when you meet him and you talk to him, he's very unassuming, and you wouldn't realize his in-depth knowledge and his abilities because he's very humble in what he does.
Yeah.
Most jewelers that I've had acquaintances with, basically, they're dripping in whatever, and his choice of jewelry is a bicycle chain.
I know.
You would never...
I know. He didn't make it either. I mean, I'm giving him away now. He didn't make it, but he loves it. He wears a ring with a star sapphire. That's his, he made that. He likes his ring.
But in his, through his book of hundreds and hundreds of custom-made pieces. There's
so many.
The book
is this big.
He's most proud of the most unique things, like the octopus jewelry. Tell me about the octopus.
Okay, so this couple came in and they were dead set on having an octopus ring. My dad wasn't sure how he was going to go about it. We were eating sushi one day and he ordered octopus. And usually, I don't know if have you ever ordered octopus?
I've seen it. I have never.
Right, because you're not a huge fan of octopus.
No, but,
neither am I.
Yeah.
So he ordered octopus, and you usually kind of just get like a section, it's not like a whole octopus.
Yeah.
And they gave him a baby octopus, and he's like, wait a minute, I'm onto something here. And so there's a process called casting in gold, and really what that is you take something and you make a mold of it in wax, and then you burn the wax out and fill it with molten gold to create like an exact replica. So the wheels were turning in his head, and he says to the waiter, do you have any more octopus? Like a smaller one, perhaps? And I guess they picked through their little bowl of octopi and found him an octopus. And as he so charmingly put it, he waited for it to dry out and shrivel up.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
then he created a cast of it. So that whole process of creating a wax mold, burning
Right.
it out. And he casted this octopus into a ring and, just...
Right.
So it's the octopus, it was real.
But that's the point. It took, he had to think. I mean, it
Yeah.
wasn't just like, okay, we'll pick from this book and then we'll put whatever stones you want in
Yeah.
it. He
It's so
actually
not
had
like
to
that,
think
yeah.
about how to make this happen and create it
Yeah.
from scratch.
And
know?
I think...
And that's how he's approaching everything that you
Yeah.
see. I mean, when you walk in there, I mean, you can just, I mean, he's like a mad scientist.
Oh, I know.
In his back room.
Yeah.
With all the equipment and the arms and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it strange?
No, it's
beautiful.
incredible.
It's beautifully strange.
It's definitely a nod to the way things used to be.
Okay, I'm glad we're getting into this. We are so old school, and we're not going to stop being old school.
No.
Ever.
And actually, you're looking at expanding by going back into the silversmithing.
Yes. So I have to learn.
Well, you're an apprentice at this point.
Right. So I'm apprenticing for my dad.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You start with silver because it's less expensive to make your mistakes with silver.
Well, it's trendy though,
and it is trendy.
I love
yes.
silver.
I love silver
lots
too,
of people,
and I can
the
afford
stones,
it.
Yeah, and not everything. I mean, not everything goes with gold,
right?
And like you said, it is an affordable.
Yeah,
affordable.
I have
option.
so much fun with it. Yes. So I mean, ideally, I'd like to fill up a case just with all of my things, but it takes a while. But yeah, I would love to get more silver, especially from other artists. I mean, we talked about this. I would love to go that way. I mean, my dad doesn't like silver. He doesn't work with it anymore. He's sort of graduated from silver.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Because that's where you fit in.
Right, exactly. This is how I fit into the puzzle.
Exactly. Thank you, Kindred, so much for meeting with us today. And if you are looking for your custom piece of jewelry at the beach, or even have jewelry that needs repair, give Jewels by Lubeck a call. And your website?
I've been working on the website. Let's just call us. You can see us online, but it's a work in progress.
Okay, but what is your website?
Jewelsbylubeck.com.
Okay, awesome. And we will see you next time on Around Town.